And next theory, we also know some property of P prime lambda and where he live in. So we can know that there exists a generalized stochastic system. It's not an ordinary function of lambda. And above the seek rarity function, which defines a generalized system that has an independence value at every point lambda, the lambda intensity. We can define a linear system. Why it's linear system? Because we call the linear process the linear system because the process is focused on t. So we change the term process to system to become linear system. But actually, you can realize it. We call linear system actually is linear process. And because the CF can be expressed like this, so when F is in the space, the intersection L1 and L2, we can get the two moments term like this, or second moment term like this. So we first restrict the integral from 0 to infinity to 0 to 1. And then after that, we will extend it. So now come to our last proposition. The last proposition, we think all the moments will exist. And the first moment will be like this. And the second moment will also be this term. So maybe in the future, we can try to construction the higher polynomial, a higher degree of a polynomial, Rn minus n, and Rnn. If we can do more higher degree polynomials in Vasquez, we may know a lot of property in the space. But I still work on it. And I give some application, but now I still work on it. So the Poisson process may be written as this term, P T lambda. And we know the T and lambda have a dual pair, but actually lambda only can do the transition from minus infinity to infinity, and T can do the transition from minus T to infinity, and lambda only can do the dilation from 0 to infinity. So from its distribution, we may consider T and lambda would play a similar role, but not quite. For final discussion, we may introduce the two-parameter stochastic process and think of the role played by each parameter together with some hidden property between them. And there are many applications in our theory. So one is concerned with the structure of the P prime lambda that creates the fraction power distribution. It's also called stable process, the alpha stable process. Briefly speaking, the parameter lambda of P prime lambda runs through from 0 to infinity in a homogeneous manner. Hence, the dilation group is from the Professor CC, who she do some research in the dilation group in the space, in the noise. Is naturally concerned with the fact direct us to consider fraction power density of lambda, with a note of lambda and the span can be relatively simplified. And we also know because lambda in the Poisson process or Poisson distribution, because lambda is invisible, so we use the jump U to try to know the some property of lambda. And the job view also the lattice type of distribution. So we can state the essential difference between the space noise P prime lambda and the Poisson noise P dot T. Both are generalized random systems having independent value at each point. The difference between them comes from the type of the domain through which the parameter runs. So it's for my reference and some of my last talk in Myanmar. And thank you. Thank you always your attention. Thank you.
Questions from the floor?
Can you explain what are you trying to do? You want to build a kind of analog of the white noise space for Poisson.
Yes.
Is this?
Yes.
And your work is related with some work done by YJV, Kondratiev, this, who also were trying to do something similar for infinitely divisible process.
Yes.
Is it so?
Yes. But I meet a lot of difficult, so I still try to use a lot of skill or some basic tool to invest.
But you emphasize the space interpretation of parameter, while usually in the HIDA approach, for example, the parameter is interpreted as a time. So what space is can be multidimensional in your case? Space parameter.
Sorry, I'm not really know your question.
Okay, we can discuss later.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Dr. Chang.